Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for bass. Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Wednesday, May 30th, 2018, and I am here after work at one of my favorite spots, and I have been greeted by pretty much perfect fishing conditions. We got overcast skies, the water's high, it's very high, as a matter of fact it's about the highest I've ever seen it here, and I think conditions are primed for some big bites today. Now, when I first got here, I was thinking topwater, but the topwater bite's been kinda iffy the past couple times I've gone out. So instead, I'm gonna start by throwing around the old black and blue chatterbait with the split-tail trailer. One of my favorite go-to baits, and I have a feeling these fish are gonna be pretty active, so my guess is I'm gonna put a few fish on my thumb before this evening is over. I suspect that most of these fish are going to be post-spawn today. There might be a few stragglers on beds, but in central Jersey, normally the bass spawn is wrapping up by Memorial Day. So I'm guessing I'm going to find isolated fish relating to some kind of cover that are actively feeding to recoup the energy they lost while they were spawning. Alright guys, I was throwing around that chatterbait for a solid 45 minutes and not a single bite. And that really surprised me because that lure normally works pretty well on this pond. But then it got me thinking that since it is post-spawn, as beat up as these bass are from the rigors of spawning, they might not want to chase after a fast-moving bait like a chatterbait. They might want something worked a little bit slower that they can kind of lazily swim up behind and slurp down. And to that end, I've made a switch. Right now I'm going to be using a tube jig, just a weightless Texas rig tube jig, and hopefully this slower presentation will trigger some of these fish to bite. There's a fish. Wow. You know, I was just about to give up on the tube because I've been fishing it for a while without any strikes. But that one definitely wasn't shy about it. Oh wow, he just picked it up and started swimming with it. Didn't even get a hook set on him. Oh, the little guy, back in he goes. Oh, okay. I was just about to pull that out. And this guy said, no. That looks delicious. Alright guys, well, here is one of the major drawbacks of fishing light lures on baitcasters when you have to turn the spool tension knob way down just to cast it. You wind up with backlashes from even the tiniest flub in your casting. And with me, it wasn't a tiny flub, though. I launched the thing right into a tree. And I've been picking at this thing for a while. It doesn't seem to be getting any better, so I think that is going to end my evening. I have to close up shop premature, but you know what? Managed a few fish. The pattern I thought would be working tonight wasn't, so I called an audible. And like I said, wound up with a few fish. And for like a short little after-work trip, you know what? That's not too bad. I'll take that anytime. So, thank you all so much for watching this evening, and I will see you on the next adventure.